Now I'm gonna be influenced to draw a sheet out of the sky.
Okay.
Oh, a sheet. I thought you said sheep.
I won't speak any more of what I am drawing.
Now we're just in silence? Is that normal?
No.
Is that what you
focused
want?
on the start.
Okay, tell me about that time when you were talking to that guy and he saw spirits everywhere.
That's it. That's all. I just had never, thought about that.
That you might be surrounded by ghosts.
Well, he, looked around as if he, saw all of them.
You had the
amongst
sense.
us. And then I saw them kind of too.
So you saw
Or
what?
I imagined them.
So he was looking at something that you didn't see, but his looking at it made you feel like it was there.
Yeah.
What exactly did you see?
I just saw, silhouettes. I was drunk.
Silhouettes of what?
Figures?
What kind of figures?
It wasn't. I don't really actually believe in ghosts, though. That's the thing.
What do you believe in?
If not ghosts.
If not ghosts.
What else is there?
If not ghosts, then what?
My pen's not
America.
working.
I hate it when that happens, when that interrupts the flow.
Do you believe in ghosts, Gabrielle?
I think I do.
Do you feel like you've had a ghost experience?
No, but I've heard so many stories that seem really believable to me.
But how do you know it's not just a hallucination? I guess if
Often they're with ghosts, for one thing, they're very consistent. Usually if there's a haunted house, multiple people will see the same thing. And then they'll experience the same thing or similar. There'll be... my uncle had this experience where he stayed in this one room and at some point he felt something push him. And he was staying... so he said something to his host and he's like, yeah, everybody feels that. I was actually just checking to see if you would. He was testing him.
That's funny. It's not a big deal. Calm down. Just checking.
Yeah, and there might be some scientific explanation for why he felt that something pushed him in the night.
I mean, I like to think that ghosts can be real.
But also, apparently a guy had killed himself in that room. I just have heard these stories personally.
I believe in haunted. I don't believe in ghosts.
So what's haunting you?
I believe in auras and feelings being stuck.
Yeah.
I don't really believe in ghosts. But maybe that's my misconception of what ghosts mean. Or maybe my
You're taking it too
mass-produced,
literally.
yeah, mass-produced definition.
Well, that is kind of what I think is all these things were used to describe obviously things that people really felt like they experienced or did experience, and then it gets kind of lost in translation through people telling it and retelling it and retelling it, and then people try to depict it, and then those depictions kind of get redepicted and other it just gets iterated so many times that you get something like Scooby-Doo or something.
Right, when we think about, when you just say the word ghost now, something pops into your head oh, that's
it's just
the see-through
a bed sheet.
Yeah, bed sheet situation.
But it's actually some
Castle
kind
with a friendly
of
ghost.
concentration of energy, for example.
Yeah, or people talk about this a big thing these days intergenerational trauma, which is kind of
Body keeps the score and all that.
yeah, and trauma is stored in the hips, and there's all these things that people seem to take as fact these days. That that's kind of what Ghost is talking
So how does it get stored in a house or a saloon, a bar?
Yeah, like why are some places like more creepy and unsettling than other places? Like every time I go to Washington Square Park, I'm like, this place is weird, and it's like, I think there's like 40,000 poor people buried underneath the fountain because it was like a potter's field.
Oh yeah, they uncovered that.
Yeah,
There's
they're still there.
a potter's
I think
field?
they like unearthed them.
They
Recently.
unearthed a few, but there was like 20 or 40,000 of them there.
Oh.
It's like they just threw all the bodies, the dead that didn't have any money to have an actual
Wow.
burial.
So you felt that? Tom?
Yeah, I always
You
feel that over
But
there.
did you knew that beforehand?
No, I didn't know that beforehand. I just like maybe I'm just associating it with that. I don't know.
But also, okay, in our secular society where we actually don't believe that anything happens after we die, we still have like a great deal of ceremony about the dead. Like, it's really important to have a funeral. It's like legally important to.
I think it's our way of like passing on the idea that like we care about people beyond their like function.
That's what I was disturbed.
It's also the economy.
What?
It's also the whole economy.
Like-
You like have to pay so much
Oh,
money.
funeral. The
The
funeral.
Yeah.
dead industrial complex.
Yeah, well, that's just like a product of like our
And
like
like
system.
well,
That's
but
just
it's
how it
also
happens.
like taking advantage of like mourning.
Yeah, you're taking people's
And
like
emotion.
very emotionally
Yeah.
fraught state. Like, oh, you want the nice headstone, right? Come
Yeah.
on.
Or like a mausoleum or something like that. Or just like an entire gigantic haunted castle that
Yeah.
no one could live there except.
That's more
But
of
then,
a
like,
Europe thing.
when
Europe's
we-
haunted.
Yeah.
When we talk about all those poor people
Europe's haunted.
Yeah,
that
Europe's
were
haunted.
that were
When I
buried
visited Europe for the first time.
in Washington Square Park, with all those poor people, they were deprived of that.
Yeah, it was undignified. They were just like, oh, we're just gonna throw your body into. Nobody's gonna claim it, so we're gonna throw it in this pit. I feel the same way. I walk down, LES every year and I see a dead rat on the street, and we're just walking by. I'm like, oh, okay,
Like,
that thing's dead, and no one even cares. Like, what if you saw like a dead body on the ground and you'd be like, oh, let me just step over this.
Yeah,
that's-
I saw
Like,
a
that's
dead-
what you're doing
I saw
all
a
the
dead
time.
Cat
That's-
on the road the other day,
Yeah.
and this guy was just like hanging out on the street, like on like a beach chair, just kind of like chilling on the street, but like less than 10 feet away was just this dead cat.
Right. And we just like
How do you
you're saying that we have such feeling for like, sentient beings, and yet we don't.
I think he's just trying to like pass that idea on. It's not like that's not the only idea, but that could be.
I've heard in India there would be just dead bodies on the ground.
Well, they throw them in the Ganges, don't they?
I think that was the thing. There was something with like it got so polluted because there were so
Yeah.
many corpses.
And then, or they burn them on these.
Yeah, they do the pyres.
Wait, Angela, what were you saying before I talked over you?
No, I don't. Oh.
Yeah, you rolled right over.
It's just really wanted to
Yeah,
finish what I was saying.
Oh, Gabrielle's got something to say. What were you talking about though?
What morbid thing were you saying?
You were in England?
Europe,
You were talking about,
Europe.
we were just shitting on Europe.
Why did you say that it was haunted? Because it's so old.
They're so mean to each other.
Oh.
Huh?
All the wars between European countries, they're like so brutal.
There's a lot of brutality here. It's so awful how much brutality and over in the Middle East. What's going on?
I feel like I guess the reason why I don't believe in ghosts is I think ghosts is like an art almost. It's like an art form that we made.
It's a fiction, like it's a story.
It's like a story.
Right, it's like somebody asking you, "Do you believe in Star Wars?" And you're like,
Yeah, of
"Yeah,
course."
it's a movie and stuff, or something. It's toys."
Yeah,
I
but
don't
when
know.
you're a kid, you like really believe in Star Wars.
I do. I love Star Wars very much. When I
Yeah.
was, and I believe in Santa Claus.
When I was
even
5,
if
I
you-
tried to jump in the TV to go into Star Wars.
Wow.
'Cause I knew, and I was like, I know this is probably not going to work.
You gotta try.
On the off chance that it does, I'll be in Star Wars.
Whoa.
You know, like,
So you weren't
So
like
it's worth it.
science
So
based.
did it work?
no, I got pretty hurt because it was like those old
You
thick,
really tried?
those like thick glass TVs.
Wow, you really
Oh my
tried.
Did you break it?
No, I just bonked,
Oh, it
bounced off.
bonked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thick glass. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those things were not fragile.
Yeah, there used to be like they were pieces of furniture at one point.
Yeah, well, these like the ones with the built-in VCR that just
Oh,
little cubes.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the biggest TV we had.
But you really wanted to go into that world, and you're like, I mean, there's like two thoughts can exist in your mind at the same time. Like, yeah, it's in this box and stuff, but like, yes, I can. There's a way. Like, it's
Can you
possible.
change the angle?
Yeah.
I mean, did I hurt you?
Huh?
I like hit you with my pen, and I said, "Ow," even though you're the one who was stabbed. I don't understand. I've been pushed out. Okay, I get it.
Wait, you can't go on the perimeter on this. All right, can you? Or maybe you can. Why don't you guys try to like just reach over each? It's like wherever you want to do. Like it doesn't matter if somebody's drawing. Just like maybe like wrap your hand around.
Just like a game of Twister. What if we turned it into a game of Twister?
You gotta fight for it a little bit.
Or like, who's that artist that put all those limits on his Matthew Barney with the
Oh.
drawing restraint. That's what it was.
Do you think he's a genius?
I think he's a good football player.
Do you think he was a good husband to Bjork?
No, she hated him, right? She's like, you're a jerk.
They must have
You're
had
a jerk.
something at some point.
You're a jerk.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he's like a pretty handsome guy. I liked his Cremaster. Those movies were really beautiful. They were like just. I think that his whole idea is like, you know how you see those 70s, downtown New York, grainy, happening videos that these artists make, and he's like, I want to make something that's absolutely stunning, like cinematic.
Mm.
You know, you use the best material, use the best.
He does use the best material.
Yeah.
It's luxurious.
Yeah, luxurious. It's almost like the Yves Saint Laurent or the whatever, the Gucci of art or something.
Yeah, it does have this like fashion
Yeah.
side or like angle to it. Our friend's sister works for him. Very tough job.
I just saw his current, or maybe it was like a year ago, in I think it's Long Island City where he has a studio there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Did I bump into you there?
Not me. It was the football thing, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
You bumped into
Were
me.
you there?
I was
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
I
you
think-
were there.
Yeah.
Were you? I didn't see you there. Did I go with you?
We went
I
together.
went with Kathy once.
Yeah, so then I did bump. I think I did. We did bump into you. Me, Lydia, May was there too. I didn't take pictures, so can't really prove it. But
I believe you. I think I need a. Can I see?
You talking about the bicycle situation? Okay.
Your pen's so short.
Yes. I think it can be
Oh, I
made
see.
longer like that.
now it's a normal size pen.
Can I just change pens?
Yeah.
I feel like I want to be
Yeah.
thin like you guys.
Join this club.
When it says slender, we do Pilates.
Do you?
No. That'd be cool.
How are your cores?
His core is very good.
Oh,
My core is not
It's
good.
fine. It's really
How
not
do you
that good.
measure
Really?
your core?
For nothing.
just like
Pretty good.
strength, I guess.
Just like how long can you hold
I feel like for
An
nothing.
anvil.
your legs out?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
right.
doing nothing to do doing
Like
no
if you could do
core.
this.
Oh,
How long can you do that?
I hate that exercise. I think I have a
I can't
bad
even do
core.
it that long.
But it doesn't matter.
But yeah, I think ghosts are like a whole thing that we do with our minds.
Yeah.
I was reading all those Kitaro comics with the yokai. Those are fun.
Yeah.
The Japanese ghosts, and like each of them has like a, like, oh, whenever like your hair stands up, that's because of this ghost, and like
Yeah, they
it's
can
all
get
these
pretty
just like funny,
superstitious.
like fun explanations for why things happen.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Their ghosts are kind of different than American
Oh,
ghosts.
they're all like very interesting.
Which is
design-wise.
well, maybe it's not it's a cultural thing. It's not a universal.
Yeah, I feel like
They still have ghosts though.
the West seems to fear ghosts,
Mm.
or seems to like attach them to it.
It's just bad.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just but there is a tradition of like Japanese ghosts being
Casper,
scary.
Caspar the Friendly Ghost. Yeah, they're scary, but I feel like in Japan, like you respect them.
you don't respect Casper.
Caspar,
Well, yeah, well, he's not Japanese.
Also, he
The
like,
friendly ghost?
he is marked by being like he's the anomaly of being friendly. Like
Yeah, was he like raised by humans or something? He has some
He's a little boy
defect.
How did he die?
in a house.
I thought did he die in a well in
was
a house?
he Richie Rich?
Yeah, that's what people say.
Richie Rich killed young Casper?
No,
Well,
that
he is
Richie Rich
Casper.
got like a bunch of money dropped on him or something. He died.
A bunch of money dropped on him.
I don't
You
know,
make
yeah.
Is
that
this
up.
an urban cartoon legend?
It is. It's like people just like they kind of like have similar head shapes.
It was true,
They're
yeah.
probably like drawn by the same artist or like the same. Like,
Who
style.
else is in the Richie Rich Casper universe? It's like, you watch All in the Family and then it's like Good Times and all,
There was,
these shows are connected.
there was like a girl witch.
I really like that movie.
Casper?
You know, the Richie Rich movie. Or the Casper movie was crazy too with those CGI ghosts.
Yeah.
You
They were
remember that?
scary.
It was scary. That was like an early childhood movie I saw.
How rich was Richie Rich?
He was
They
really
had, they had like a safe in Mount Rushmore.
See, just to keep their coins?
Was he
Well, they had like pianos and
Oh.
rare art.
was he richer than Scrooge McDuck?
I think
Yeah.
they were on the same kind of level. They probably went into ventures together.
Yeah.
Was Richie Rich stingy or would he spend excessively? Not just on
No, I
himself,
think he would
but-
like invite his friends over and be like, check this
He
shit
had no
out.
friends.
Yeah, he had no friends.
So he was buying
But
friends.
in the movie, he was trying to like be like, look, I have a roller coaster at my house.
So did young poors come over to his home and go on the roller coasters?
Yeah, but then I think they like ended up getting wrapped up in like these like schemes. You know, his ops would come and try to.
So he had so much money, he had no desire to like what else would you want? After you could do anything.
Did he wanted friends?
He wanted friends, yeah.
Okay.
He wanted just to be a normal kid.
We're all kids.
He should have just given all of his money away to charity or to a fund of some sort.
But charities, that's just part of the Richie Rich scheme.
Oh,
He knows they don't work.
But
So he's like beyond. He's got beyond wealth. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's like jaded by the whole. That's probably how he became Kaspar. He just kind of.
Like if he would work.
Do you think he killed himself?
I don't want to say it, but
yeah, he didn't want to leave his money behind.
But he wasn't- he wasn't greedy.
Or something.
So he was a scammer and.
Well, those guys, they're always just trying to maximize every move.
Right, it's true. Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here. I don't really.
Did you really see the movie though?
I did, yeah.
I remember being a fan of those comics. I used to like the Archie comics and the Betty and Veronica and all of that. And
I think
anything,
it was Macaulay Culkin.
yeah, anything that was in comic form, it's just like dazzling.
I couldn't really get many comics growing up. There was no like place to get them where I'm from.
I read a
So
lot of manga.
I read a lot of like comic movies because I thought comics were cool. I'm like, oh, at least I can watch the movie.
Right. It's funny because like I guess your generation, like the first thing that you saw is like, oh, that's the Avengers movie, which is like that's not how it goes. It's just like you read all of these like as they're coming along.
Yeah, we were pretty grown up by the time that stuff was coming out.
I remember they were trying to make movies of like the Marvel stuff back in the 70s and like they were just so awful. It's just like they just don't have the technology to do to realize this dream.
Well,
Or
also, I don't
fantasy.
think like the people who cared about that shit were old enough to make anything.
Yeah, and then
the people who were making it back then were just like, oh, I'm doing the fucking superhero
Right.
Marvel. I don't know. They auctioned it for.
They weren't into it.
They weren't. It's like the Mario movie. Have you seen that? The 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
It's like they're just drinking the whole time on set.
Wow.
And it's like we're just like, what the fuck is this? It's Bob Hoskins though.
That's
So
funny.
When is the best era for fun kids movies?
I don't know. I feel like when all those like animators were around.
So these guys that were like, I want to see the movie, they got older and they made that Marvel movie that they wanted to see as a child.
Yeah.
And they're still doing that.
And they're still doing it, and it's pathetic because I stopped being interested in comics when I was like 11 or something.
Well, the first,
and I knew something
the
has
first good
changed.
ones were like the Spider-Man. I feel like the Sam Raimi.
Spider-Man, yeah. Those are great.
And I feel like he just like really knew, he was like a nerd for special effects.
Right.
So, and that kind of translated
Evil
well.
Dead and all that.
Yeah. That translated well to like superhero stuff. And also Spider-Man's
Batman,
kind
the
of
first
like body
Batman.
horror too, because it's like he has this weird like
Yeah, he
bug
looked
power.
Maybe it's because people really feel like nobody can save them.
Yeah, so you got...
And that, like, in order for them, the only way for people to imagine a better world is if it's with superheroes.
Right, that
could never exist.
That was what it was for me. I was just like, in my imagination, I'll be the strong... They don't know how strong I am in school, and all those bullies will
Yeah.
get... But for you, Angela, like, what was it the first, like, comic that what traditionally would be consider a comic? Not that I'm saying... I don't even like those comics, but
No, it does seem
that
like
you
they're,
liked.
Like, superheroes are very boy-oriented.
Yeah, I liked X-Men.
You like... You would read them?
Yeah, I really liked X-Men.
Why is that?
Because they're like, oh, we're not even
We're mutants.
superheroes. Yeah, we're
the
like
mutants.
Yeah, we're like actually people.
We're
hate us.
autistic.
So, like,
There's something strangely off about us.
We try to
We're
help.
all neurodivergent.
Yeah.
One of us has anger problems, the
Yeah.
other one's like
Yeah, we
It's
can
pretty-
barely get along with each other.
has intimacy issues.
So let's get together and call ourselves X. We're not even people, we're just X's.
Yeah, it's just like
On
a
the
rich older
page.
guy being like, I know what it's like. I'll protect you.
I wonder if Kaspar the Friendly Ghost would have been an X-Man or woman.
He didn't really. I don't know. I don't really know what happened in that movie.
I think he went into like a sorority locker room and then just walked in and be like, oh look, I could see naked girls.
It's just Porky's with the
Yes.
ghost.
Porky's? What the
He was a
fuck
very-
did you just say?
The first Porky's was actually pretty amazing.
What's
It was a
It's this
good.
like perverted 80s.
It's like a horny
teenage-
teenager movie.
Yeah, just like
Because he never got
series
to know
of fantasies.
the touch of a woman while he was alive, so he had.
Yeah.
But he's like kind of castrated.
Yeah, that's why.
How do
that's
you
why he's called
know?
Kaspar.
Casper the
It's-
castrated ghost. That doesn't preclude him from wanting to experience.
That's true. There's other ways.
Carnal love.
Why do you think that he would still have that type of desire as a non-being, amorphous?
Because we're
You think
hypersexualized
sexual-
society.
So you just sexualize
We
everything.
can't
So you
stop
read.
thinking about sex
So
ever since
that's-
Nicki Minaj's Anaconda music video.
What was that music video? Was it Anaconda? What is it?
Anaconda.
Oh, Anaconda is the snake.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I mean, I don't know. Are they considered snakes?
What else would they be?
I don't know. It's just like,
They're too
no,
big.
that's a
It's too big
mammal.
for
It's
a
not a
snake.
fish. You know, they say about the whales.
They say that. Are you anti?
So it was like
They're fish, come
it's
on.
an amphibian or a reptile.
Whales are.
I always get this wrong.
I don't know. An amphibian is something that doesn't have a spine, right? Or
I think they do.
Yeah, there's vertebrate and invertebrate.
You'd make
Right.
gestures.
who is the spineless person that you guys could point out in your lives?
Like
Somebody with no backbone.
I feel like that would be hurtful to call them out in a recorded.
Well, we'll edit this out. But you're thinking of someone.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking of me, right?
Sorry, Gabrielle.
Like the way you're bent over like that, Gabrielle, looks like you might not have a backbone.
I'm a jellyfish. I'm an amphibian jellyfish of some sort, and I'm also a ghost.
The guy in the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic, he was sort of spineless because he could stretch.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
literally
know what would
spineless.
be up with you x-rayed that guy.
How far do you think that he could stretch himself?
I think that was the crux of a lot of the,
There's a
you
limit.
know, yeah. It's like,
Wow. I think something had to do with like blood flow. Like the blood had to go through.
like he passes out at some
Like
point.
you might pass out because the blood's
Like,
not
and then
coming back.
overtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. That was a power I thought about a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Stretchy power, as a kid.
There was another one called Plastic Man.
Yeah.
From
Oh,
another-
Jack
Jack
Cole.
Cole.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I think that band.
He rode his bike to the Olympics.
He did?
5,000 miles. Or something like that. Some really long distance. 500 miles.
From the East Coast to the West
Yeah,
Coast.
it's a long way. How long is that? He did that. And then he ended up missing the Olympics. When he was a teenager. That's what teens used to do in the 50s.
He went specifically.
Boomer.
That's what these guys used to do, alright?
He rode his bike to go see the Olympics and then missed it because it took too long.
Yeah, he like didn't
It
really.
does sound like something I would do. Didn't you do that? Probably.
But it's crazy because like you see his like bike and it's just like one of those like old like Schwinn's that looks like a hot rod. You know,
It's
it doesn't
so
look,
heavy.
it doesn't look functional.
Like a heavy
Yeah, or
cruiser or
like,
something.
And he was just doing like 120 miles per day on it.
I remember driving from I don't know, Arcata to San Francisco, and there was this woman hitchhiking, and I was just like, okay, I'll pick her up. And she had a bike, and she's like, I'm riding all down 101, and then she's like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. She's like, get my bike fit in the back of your. I was like,
Really?
all right.
That's funny.
Yeah, so she's kind of just gave up. She's like, oh, it sounded like a good idea, and then she's just like,
Yeah.
this is exhausting.
And did you guys get along?
We talked about
Did
stuff.
you have adventure?
I used to pick up hitchhikers a lot in the West Coast. It was like
Really?
yeah. One time I picked up a bunch of smelly hippies, and I was like, and I immediately regretted it because
Then you threw them out.
well, they were
Alright,
like,
alright.
it was so. They were like, so where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to the other town, even though I was going to, because they just wanted to like tag along and.
So
And
they
smoke
didn't really
pot.
have a
They
destination.
were just cruising.
Yeah, they were just trying to find a place to crash,
So
basically.
they were like ghosts or something.
They were ghosts, and I was
Lost
afraid of
souls.
them.
You're
They were smelly too.
Travelers. That's a thing.
Travelers.
Our friend just dropped someone off to ride the rails.
Yeah. Oh wow. Starting from where?
Ooh,
Yeah, Yam's friend.
really?
Yeah, they like dropped them off and like it was like early in the morning
I didn't know that.
to like this big freight train hub.
Wow, so people still do that.
Yeah,
Like hobos.
yeah. There's this like
Water? Is that it? Or do you mean manufactured?
You
delay?
derive so much pleasure from a glass of water.
I really haven't been drinking that much water this season.
yeah. I feel like for some reason.
I lost
I'm
my
just like,
water bottle.
yeah. Yeah,
And
that
then-
happened to me too. I'm just like, I'm not gonna
We
replace
both
it.
lost our water bottles at the same time, I guess. And
What about all that?
I didn't even lose it. I made tea and it got moldy, and now I'm like, what do I do?
What about all that propaganda of you gotta drink 10 gallons of water?
You do. It doesn't have to be water necessarily. It could be like a watermelon
I do. I've been eating
yeah,
a lot
I've
of
been eating
water.
a lot of watermelon.
or gelato.
No.
Or
But I drink a lot of water at work now, actually,
vinegar.
because it's just a way to
You
kill the
look
time.
hydrated.
Apple
Yeah.
cider vinegar.
Well, I squirt a little strawberry puree and a little lime juice in my water. Makes it really nice.
I do that too. It's just some lemon. And
I put a little salt in there.
what?
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Electrolytes.
Sea salt.
that's what the influencers are telling
Are
me
they
to
s-
do.
Lydia
It's
told
true.
me that sea salt, no, Himalaya salt has the highest amount of microplastics.
Wow, that's interesting. Why do you think that would be?
So they make it pink.
I don't know why that would
It's
be,
like
but I'm
carbon.
horrified.
Hmm.
Nothing is sacred.
Not even
There's
the.
just so much plastic and everything.
Yeah, but it's just fertility.
I don't know if it's just fertility.
It's other
concern.
things too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cancer,
Dementia,
Dementia.
Quality of life. I think quality of life.
Brain
Oh
fog.
no, I have that.
My poop is all plasticky now. Like, does that bother people?
I start exuding.
Yeah, and my
An
phlegm is
extruder.
like.
I don't want to sit on this side anymore.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can
sit.
sit on that side.
Okay.
Because your left hand.
Do you guys
is in
want to
my
switch
way.
now with that way, or did you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time I
Oh.
was drawing next to him, I was like, well, there's this whole area I can't draw.
Can you guys just do? I want you to do a little twister with where your arms are going all over everything. Is that cool? If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
I don't know.
I don't love this.
This is good. Okay, go back. That's good. I just wanted to see that.
Maybe if Gabrielle Bell was in the center.
Oh. I like how you're like, there's like a wall.
No, seriously though. You draw over here. You draw over here.
Wait, I draw over here.
Yeah, you draw over here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm in this little
Are you gonna
Yeah,
make
you
an?
draw
Yeah.
right
Okay, I
there.
see. So you're like the X.
Okay, I
Drawers.
guess I'll give this guy a tattoo.
Alright, go back there.
Nice. It's like some kind of weird drawing orgy. I don't know whose butt is. Is that your nose? You know what I mean?
It's so dark I can't see.
Why
Yeah.
are we doing this? Oh, now we can.
Oh my goodness. Why is. See, that's what.
line contour. That's really the truest form of drawing.
Alright.
So you're saying it's not possible to make art like that?
I think it would be a different art project.
Right.
There's all kinds of art.
I feel like I would. It's not for line drawing.
It's for something else, yeah.
It's for painting.
Painting.
Pastels, smear. Something I can smear.
Some sort of higher brow type of.
One time in gym class, this teacher made us all lay down in a row, like bodies in a row, like, and then one person would roll over the bodies like a railroad track.
Ah, yes, you had that kind of gym teacher.
And I was like, is this gym teacher like a pervert or something?
Touchy-feely.
Probably. But then like
Yeah.
this one woman, I remember, it was like, oh, she's going to roll over me. I got really excited. Her name was, because there's no way I would get into that situation. I remember her name was Silver. She ended up being
Silver, that's such a cool name.
this other girl who had another cool name from, I think she was Thai. Her name was Centauri.
Centauri's pretty cool too, but
Yeah,
Silver
that's-
rocks.
Oh.
And there was a gay girl who I thought was really cute called Dylan. That's a classic gay name, right? I mean lesbian name.
Right.
But I like that name.
Classic.
Thai.
If I'm gonna bore a gay guy.
As soon as
or
I
What's
gay
your
girl-
name?
As soon as I see
Dylan.
my baby's gay, I'm Dylan.
It's Dylan.
Dylan.
It's Dylan from the start.
Oh, this
Yep, you're a Dylan.
I know you're gay.
We can't name ourselves. That's the messed up thing about everything.
Yes, we can.
Why did I never got why that's like why
Yeah,
would anyone want to name themselves?
Well, you're right. I mean, I guess the patriarchal thing is like, well, I'm past you get the father's name, or whatever, which is like
Yeah.
all the
People
money.
name themselves all the time.
Yeah, but
They
like,
do, but not really. It's not a. It's a thing for some people, but
Actually, people don't name themselves well either.
I feel like
my
the people
name's
who
Track. You know,
the
like,
people
what-
who need to name themselves do, and like
You guys
and the
are
people
going
who
too
complain
far.
about it are just like, you know, it's just like do it. You know, stop complaining. You could.
I'm not complaining. I'm just wondering.
Oh.
Do you
I'm
know
not
you
talking
guys?
about you, but
Do you know who? Do you know anybody that's named themselves?
yeah.
Who?
I know some people.
Like Wolverine or like what are their names?
It is true that I think it's hard to
Trust. You get a nickname.
assess yourself. When I was a kid, I didn't want to be called Gabrielle. I hated that name, and somebody
Belle.
Just call me Belle.
I can't remember who said that I could
You were a
rename
jock.
myself.
The name is dumb.
The name is
Dumb
Belle.
Belle.
Oh, stop it.
Sorry, go ahead.
So there was somebody, I forget who, said I could rename myself, and so, but I didn't know who I should call myself. I just knew I didn't want to be Gabrielle, and so they threw out all these names for me. They're like, "What about Gail?" And I was like, "Okay, Gail."
Gail? You were going by Gail for a little bit?
So I was registered for one school year as Gail, and it was called Gail for a year.
Wow, that's like such a 70s
And
name.
it just totally...
Like Suzanne or...
But, like, I didn't come up
Monica.
with it.
So who was Gail to you? Like,
Some
Was
adult, I don't remember who, suggested it, and I was like, yeah, okay,
no,
that's
but I
fine.
mean, did you, like, assume a whole different personality? I feel like if I changed schools all the time, I would just try different things all the time.
It was the same school?
It was the same school.
I actually change schools all the time.
Did you change
I went to like
personality?
4 different
No,
high
I
schools.
was so quiet. I was
Oh, you're just
I
calm.
was just like, I was nobody.
You're consistent.
I was consistently quiet. But I don't.
Were you ever bullied?
Yeah, most of us were, weren't we?
So true.
Pretty much.
That's why we're here, right?
Were you really?
You were bullied.
Pretty mildly, yeah.
Really? You were?
I was like, I had some friends who like
Well,
turned out
you
not
were
to be my
stoner.
friends.
You mean did they like punch you or did they steal your lunch money or
No,
what?
they just like, I remember once when we were younger, they just like ditched me at the movies. I'm like, oh, these guys like, they're not my brothers.
That's sick.
And I was like, my parents were like so against anything like that. So I was like, oh, this is so cool.
What did you do with the knife?
I would just like throw it at the wall.
That's awesome. That's a boys, guys.
boy world.
Did you ever throw a knife at the wall, Angela?
Maybe angrily. Not like boy world. Not like
not
boy
to perfect
world.
my skin.
Yeah, we were just like, let's just take this tire and let's drop it off this cliff and see like what's gonna
That's a big
happen.
thing,
Like you
dropping.
want to know what happens.
Yeah.
It-
Well, I wanted to know if I could get a knife to stick in the wall.
Oh yeah, that's a good skill too.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
is
darts.
I thought it
How come
was
you never got into ninjas?
me.
Yeah.
What's to get into? Like start training?
I don't know.
Ninjutsu?
It's weird. Then you like, where are you going
That's the
tonight?
whole thing, though. Like, ninjas like throw knives at the walls.
They throw stars. Nick used to. You would get ninja stars from like they would sell them at like smoke shops and stuff, and then he would like sharpen them.
Did you guys call them on smoke shops on Long Island?
We would call them that.
What do you call it?
Yeah,
Like head shops.
yeah. We call them smoke shops. There's like this one place that people would drive like an hour. And I was like, I'm a little woozy.
Is that your post office, the East Broadway one?
Yeah, that's the one I go to the most.
Yeah.
It's a nice post office.
It is
It's
nice.
big.
The people are pretty nice. I love the post.
But it's grand in there. It's big. It's
Tall
Like an
ceilings.
older
It's like an
building.
old bank building feeling. It used to be Pride.
I like the one on Bowery and 12.
oh yeah, that one's also big.
Yeah.
Similar. It's very similar.
It's just I like a big post office.
yeah.
I was kind of looking for it. I'm like, how far down the street is it? And then I saw the big POW MIA flag. I'm like, oh, there's the post office. Like, the actual post office signage was so small. But it's like, oh, that's how you know.
I just
Is of drinking water. Like, they're always telling you, you gotta drink more water.
and that's why you're adding salt to your water?
No,
But the
this
truth
stuff's-
is they just want us to drink more water, to consume more
Fluoride.
fluoride and microplastics, so that we'll be brainwashed.
So
Into voting for
that is a funny thing, like people who defend tap water really hard.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't think it's like that good. I'm sure it's not the best water. Like,
New York water's the best water.
yeah, it's bad. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
that's-
fine, but like,
That's
I don't
some
think it's
propaganda.
like too bad.
It's where you
I
like
hear
you-
France
Yeah.
has the best water.
Really?
Well, and they bottle it and they bring it over here. Are we bottling New York City water and bringing it into France?
That's so not true.
Saratoga Springs is a brand,
Oh.
but they get it from Vermont.
Evian.
What about liquid death?
I've still never had one.
That's probably actually killing you. It's actually death.
Yeah, they're like, it's funny because we're telling them the truth, but they think it's a joke.
What a bunch of sheeple we are.
Do you think that? I mean, I think that I'm a sheeple, sheep purse, she man.
Sherson.
Sheepson.
She said.
Sheepson.
Sherpson.
What's a single sheep person?
A Sherpson.
Shop.
A shop.
So as a shop, I believe that I've made. I'm following a lot of terrible paths that I've been told are good.
Like what? Recycling?
Drinking water.
Like recycling. I just do it even though I know it's not going to get recycled, just because I'm just picky and weird. And
You like to organize.
I just organized.
It's good for your brain to sort things.
Yeah, just sorting.
Yeah, it's good for kids.
Kids are adults.
So it's good to believe in a lie like that, because it doesn't hurt anybody.
It grounds you. It's good for you. Do you believe in any conspiracy? Oh, you believe in the chemtrails? Should I not bring that up?
Tell me a little bit about chemtrail. Like, what's going on there?
We all know what's going on, okay?
It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
We all
curious.
know what's going on. I don't need to explain it.
Just whenever we're at the beach or something, the plane's overhead, she's like, ooh, chemtrails.
Some planes don't carry that. Some planes don't have the trail.
It's contrails, dude. That's just how it works. Why would they just spray everyone with chemicals?
This is not to denigrate it, but my mom also believes in that as well.
It's a very old school kind of
Yeah, it's one of the
Classic.
original ones. Bigfoot, chemtrails.
lizard people.
Yeah.
Loser people?
Lizard.
I think like stuff like lizard people is an interesting, like, metaphor.
Yeah, it's like,
Like-
they're cold-blooded. They're
Like there is like
uncaring.
there's a sort of evil of like corporations, politicians, but it's not an individual evil. It's a kind of like.
And they didn't like each other.
Yeah,
Shit.
she like weirdly held the same position, like not facing him,
Right.
but like talking to him like this, like.
Yeah, that's what I do when I don't like somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I try not to make it obvious I don't like people.
Yeah, sometimes if I don't like a person, I'll overcompensate and like I'll be super nice to them, and then I'm
I
like,
just leave. I think I just leave.
you are smart.
Would you leave after dessert or?
I think I would just be like,
Go out the window.
leave.
But I just don't know what happened because he was just saying pretty normal stuff.
He said, my parents don't like each other.
Yeah, she's like, so do your parents get along? He's like, no, they don't talk.
Oh.
And she was just
She
like,
said nothing. She said-
just was like, I can't deal with, like, she couldn't deal with that.
Oh
like,
my
didn't know
God.
where to go with it. It's
Because
like,
her
oh,
parents
shit.
didn't talk.
And
I
then,
feel like she's like, I really stepped in it, and I don't really want to like go into this.
If I was her, I would have just ran out of the big like glass window and just jumped through the window, like
Well, that's
caught
what she ended up
myself,
doing,
and just be like, I'm just gonna go all the way.
But also, what kind of question is that?
but- yeah,
Do your
it's very,
parents
it's
talk?
very like.
Do your parents get along? It's so
like a-
like interview
You gotta learn
style.
what
Was he interviewing her to adopt her?
She did look like a child, kind of. Looked like she was homeschooled.
The age
Oh.
difference was real.
So what is she doing in New York, being homeschooled and all that?
I don't know. It really looked like she's one of those people who came off the bus to like, I'm gonna get a star.
He's like, and then,
I'm a star.
this is my first real date.
Oh my god, big day in New York City. I bet his parents love each other. Oh,
And then she asked, because all parents love each other, right?
yeah.
Her parents
Why would they be parents?
might
Yeah,
not
and then
love
he
each
says,
other.
you know, my parents don't really
They
talk.
don't talk, actually.
And then she's like throwing
What
herself
kind
out
of demented household do you come from? Your parents don't talk.
sounds pretty normal to me.
But she's from like, you
My
know.
parents.
I would have
The
said
real
no.
America.
They don't
Yeah,
talk. They
it's
just
good.
yell at each other and throw pots and pans.
Yeah. They're beyond talking.
I think my parents are getting along now.
Really?
Yeah.
So they were fighting and stuff?
No, not that they were fighting.
They were not talking?
They like share the same room.
They share the same room.
Most people
Yeah.
don't sleep in the same bed anymore.
Yeah.
That's like a
They
normal
share the same
Yeah,
bed.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say that.
But but whenever I call, and I rarely call my family, Whenever I call my family, my mom, I'd ask how my dad was doing. She'd be like, I have no idea. And I would say, like, isn't he there? And she was like, yeah, but I'm on the other side of the room. I don't want to talk to him.
I don't know what's going on there.
God, that's sad.
Yeah, what if you like have to hang out with somebody for the rest of your life that you don't even like or get along with?
I think that's the story of my parents.
Oh.
Because it's like, I don't think you have divorces
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
in some
Like,
cultures.
go on a date with that guy and be like, "Hey, how are your parents?" And then your mom would be like, "They,
I am
no,
the parent.
I am a parent. I don't talk. I mean, we're not
talking.
we're not talking." And then he's like, "Okay,
That's why I'm here.
yeah. So, can I get the check, please?" So, do you want to go back to my place? Does anybody say that anymore? It sounds
I'm
like
sure.
such like a 70s.
Do you want to go
My
back
place
to my
or
place?
yours?
Yeah, that's still a thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
those
you wanna go to my
words.
place.
What's wrong with those words?
Yeah. It's very evocative.
What do you think people say?
They're so hacks.
In Japan, you go to the Love Hotel or something.
Do you want to travel back to my crib?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, how about like, would you like to? They would say like, do you want to come up for a nightcap?
Do you want to see my etchings?
Yeah, my
Etchings.
Do you care to come up for a drink?
yeah, that's.
Do you want to use my computer
Cup of tea.
to check your email?
Can you help me
That's
fix
nice.
my
That's
iPad?
nice offer.
I noticed you drank a lot of water this evening. Do you want to come and use the bathroom?
I have a cat. Do you want to pet it?
You want to pet the cat?
My
Do you
cat.
like cats?
You kiss each other on the doorstep.
Yeah.
So you want to pet the cat?
Pet my pussy.
I would fake like I'm choking on something so I could get the Heimlich from them.
Feel how strong you are.
Oh, I would totally faint and let them carry me home.
Oh, so I have Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Criterion,
I have Tubi.
HBO, and Tubi. Which one do you want?
I have YouTube.
Everyone has Tubi.
I have cooties.
But I also have a projector, a flat screen, my laptop.
Can you look and tell me if I have bed bugs?
You use Netflix and chill in front of like the Matrix like wall of TVs.
Yeah, I have the setup where I have a TV on every single wall of the room. So we can
We
have
don't
an
have to
immersive
pick, baby.
experience.
It's like
Watch it. We
Elvis.
can have it all.
And we can actually bone, and when you're facing to the ceiling, there's a screen there too.
Oh, that's cool. The ceiling mirror. That's very 70s.
That's 70s actually.
That's what they were doing in the 70s.
Water beds.
Waterbeds, carpeted walls,
What about the screens
A
that...
bar in your house
a
Or the
bar in your house.
screen
Yeah.
made out of
With
wood
some
paneling.
tiki stuff
Tiki.
going on.
Or the screen with the view of the ocean or like
switch.
the mountain
Hey.
breeze.
We can return back to where
What-
you were when we
I
switched
love
back.
it.
Me too.
I think
It's
like
so
if they
good.
had like an electric fireplace, it would freak me out. It's like no, that's just not good.
Well, my friend, when I was growing up, I had a friend who had an electric blanket, and it kind
Oh,
of
those
freaked
are
me out a
great.
little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was just like,
They
this
shocked you?
is gonna kill you.
or give you superpowers.
I just don't have any trust in this.
Yeah.
You're gonna like get
What's an
fried in the
electric
middle.
blanket?
It just heats the blanket.
Everyone has an electric blanket.
I didn't
You know what's good?
about it.
It to
My
have
parents
one
were very
un-
old-fashioned.
under your. If you're in a cold climate, you don't have to have it over you. You kind of sleep on it.
Yeah, you put it underneath your sheets.
In a Coke panic? What did you say?
In a Coke panic? I didn't hear that.
In a cold, like a super cold climate with no
A cold
insulation.
climate.
Yeah.
My goodness, masterpiece.
How much do you guys think you can sell this thing for? On the open market.
How much you got?
$33.
That's how much it goes for.
Wow. It's meant to be.
I got tricked into a scam.
Oh shit!
What?
What happened?
Today?
No, this was like a long time ago when I was younger.
How we're going.
I like pulled out $80 from the bank. and this woman watched me pull out $80 from the bank. And she was asking me, like, I need money to buy baby formula.
The old baby formula.
Yeah. And then we went into CVS together. She was like, they don't have the baby formula that I need for my baby.
Oh, you were gonna buy it for her just to make sure that
No, she offered. She said, come, like, let's buy it. Let's buy it together. And I was like, okay, this can't be a scam.
Why don't you just say, try breastfeeding, lady?
Oh my God.
Why don't you pull out that breast and let me see what you got?
plenty of milk there.
Milkers?
Yeah, in the CVS, just to prove
Whip it
that she
out.
was not. To prove that she was not.
She was recently
wet-
pregnant.
Anyway, so what happens?
And then we went to another pharmacy, or convenience store, and they also didn't have it. And finally, she said, "You know what? They have it near my house. It's $80."
What?
Just give me the.
And then I was like, "Damn, this is a scam." But I
And the
still
waste
gave.
of time.
And then I said, "I'll give you 60."
Alright.
I need $20 to get home.
Yeah, they have that. That happens too.
I used to hear that a lot more, I feel like.
Yeah.
Anyway, you could write that off in your taxes as an
How old
artist
were you
expense.
when you got scammed by that lady?
That was like 2018. So that's 5 years ago. So 5 minus my age.
24.
Thanks, Max.
Yep.
That's fine. You know, you learn.
I
Hard
feel like you
knocks.
should have known by then.
No, not really. I think that we raise
Also,
kids to be like
you
super.
grew up in the city. Because I grew up in the.
Not really.
Not really. It doesn't make any difference.
Like,
No, she grew up in Queens.
Yeah.
Because
That's just like the Ramones or something like that.
Like, I
Like going to
didn't-
the Lower East Side from Forest Hills.
I'm not carrying $80 as like an 18-year-old.
What are we gonna do with the money?
$80. Spend it. That's a really nice ring.
What does he want? Wants to crash in my house.
No, I fall for those kind of scams too. I give
Now I don't.
I got close when I first moved here in college. Like, this was my college. My college dorm is like a block over there.
It's an emergency.
Hey. Hello?
Sorry. You're live on set.
Hey, let me call you back. I'm making a movie right now. Okay, bye.
Who's that?
Josh.
When because I grew up in the mountains, I didn't even know that homeless people existed. Like
Oh, I knew homeless people existed.
I didn't.
I just feel really. I just think I felt really bad.
Because if she was a mother.
No, I just like.
Maybe she had the power, like some people,
Yeah,
like
she might have put a
charisma.
spell on
No,
you
I knew it was a scam
Yeah.
Oh,
when
you
she
knew it
asked
was
for
a scam.
80, but I was just like,
Yeah.
That is interesting that you knew it was a scam.
I was pretty sure it was a scam,
but you
but
were
I
already
felt bad
in it.
still.
Like you had already invested
Yeah,
the
exactly.
time. Like,
And then I talked to her already.
It's not like the scammer's life is a glorious.
Yeah, exactly,
You know, it's like,
like-
you're doing this.
I know. That's why I was like,
I think that's the same as ghosts and religion and Trump and all of those things. It's
Trump?
people sort of like half believe it, like you want to.
President from us.
I am. You have to. You sort of like want to believe that this thing is true. Like it's
Yeah,
both
yeah,
true
yeah,
and
yeah,
not
yeah,
true
yeah,
at the same
exactly.
time. It's like Schrodinger's little cat.
yeah.
It's both dead and like both of
So
those things
small.
exist simultaneously. So and that's easy to be like, yeah, she's a good person or she's a bad person or like I'm just gonna do.
Yeah.
I had this guy who's like, I just need you to deposit a check for me, and then take out the cash. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I can like deposit a check because it has your name on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, let's just go in there
No.
and try. And like,
He
I'm
said,
like,
no.
and there was like a lot of other people in the bank, so I'm like, okay, like I'll show you. You can't do it. And then like I was about to like put my card in, and I'm like, actually I gotta go. And he was really mad. You wasted my fucking time.
Oh my god, he wasted
Wait.
your time.
You really have to
He
have
got
the
mad at me for
balls
it,
to do that. Although if that's your life, you know, you got to get it down. That's your act. You have to be good at it.
Yeah.
You know, if the street hustle.
I'm like, I want to help you out, but this just. I'm just telling you, this isn't how it works.
I would have just given a fake $100 bill.
Oh, you just carry those around?
Yeah. Oh, here
What?
you go. You know, just to tease homeless people.
Why?
Here you go.
You're
That's a big.
horrible.
We've
It's
been
Hollywood hundreds. You know.
We've been
Oh
getting a
my
lot of
God.
those
Yeah, there you
at
go.
work. Well, like
Enjoy.
counterfeits.
Have a good rest of your day. You know. And they're like, I'm gonna get some hooch.
And
I'm
maybe
gonna
they can spend
sleep-
it, you know? A lot of people
They can
will
spend it,
accidentally
yeah.
take 100.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what happened
they
with
do take it, yeah.
well, BLM started.
What?
Yeah, that's true, a counterfeit bill.
It was a counterfeit 20.
Really?
George Floyd, that's why they called the cops on him.
And then they're like, let's kill this guy. And then, like, Trump does all this fucking stupid shit. And he's like, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. He didn't mean it. He was just kidding.
I think they're also like, I'm for it.
They're what?
I'm for what he's saying. They're for it.
Oh, they're for it, yeah.
Yeah.
They're for it.
They're for it.
They're for it.
They're for it.
Good.
Like when he did that dance for the mentally ill reporter or something. Or
What?
he was physically disabled and he did this kind of like spastic
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Classic Trump
Yeah.
clip.
And then people with spastic children still voted for him.
That was in the, remember that Sacha Baron Cohen show, This Is America?
That guy's a jerk too. He's old for Israel now.
Yeah, he sucks, but that show was pretty good. But in general, I think he kind of sucks.
He's like, I mean, I kind of like what he does, but like he puts people in that are sort of innocent and just like almost like a scammer in situations where they have to be like sincere, you know, they have to act straight like they are. They're like nice, and most people are nice, and then you take advantage of somebody that's nice. That's actually really cruel, you know.
Yeah.
Make them say something stupid because they trust you.
So don't you get life's a joke? Why are you being sincere?
Are you guys want to wrap this up?
We're not done with the drawing.
What is it there left to do?
You can't
Let's do
watch
the thing.
this.
You really can't.
I like the strawberries.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I drew one.
You drew
Now
one.
there's so many more.
Where is the first one?
I just
That's the first one?
multiply them.
All right, keep
Oh,
going.
strawberry.
They're right there.
I want to draw more strawberry.
Well, I feel like that's the most delightful fruit.
Do you think strawberry is the most delightful? They're cheaper.
I had
to
the
s-
strawberry festival. That was like my county fair growing
You
up.
had a
so.
crush on the strawberry.
Yeah, the
girl.
strawberry queen was really cute.
The princess.
Strawberry princess, I think.
So
Yeah.
are you talking like strawberries as a aesthetic fruit or like as the taste?
Like a really good strawberry is very good.
They're not that sweet.
No, you get the little like red ones. They are
My
like really
coworker
nice.
Yeah,
from
the-
China
The
says
white ones.
that
fresh
China strawberries are sweet. She was like, in America, the strawberries here taste like nothing.
That she's.
Yeah, the
They're
Driscolls
right,
do
yeah.
taste like straw.
I think it's because they're
taking it
picked,
too literally.
they're picked when they're like not 100% ripe because they have to transport them.
It's just like all food in America.
Yeah.
They it's based on weight. Is how they get like subsidies. So like they're encouraged to grow the produce to just be large.
Can I borrow your
It's
pen?
not about being.
And they're like the masses will eat this, and then they'll wear these shifts, and they'll wear these shoes.
to make them wear these shoes. Their feet are gonna get weird.
They should just strap on feed bags to people. Here's your bag, and then you would walk around.
Like a straw. Like a
straw,
backpack.
yeah.
Like
And then, like,
hiking guys, but
yeah,
you just
like,
fill
refill
with
it up.
like some slurry
camel.
Camelback.
Maybe they care more about their fruit in China.
I hear food in China is amazing, like actual real Chinese food.
It's amazing.
What's that?
It's amazing.
That's what I heard. Like, it's not American Chinese food.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
It's not this stuff. Although you're here in Chinatown, you can get some really. I go to Chinatown a lot and just try random restaurants, and it's just always good.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like, oh, I'll have this goat, or I don't know, whatever you have, and it's like really good, and it's like super cheap,
Yeah.
and some old lady made it, and it's really dirty in there.
Hey, did your pen just stop working and you took mine?
I just want to draw the strawberry.
Oh, well, it's
that's
not
all.
working.
Well, you gotta lick it, that's all.
You gotta lick it?
What?
Yeah, I've been putting it in my mouth the whole
I
time.
gotta just lick my hand and tap it.
No, you gotta lick it.
Have you guys ever made each other sick?
Yeah.
All the time.
You made me sick.
One time I got COVID and then he got COVID.
Oh.
That was bad.
That
Were
was
you guys
very
in a
bad.
bubble?
We
We were.
Like your kids and.
were our kids.
I can't stand those families. Like, yeah, our kids and our neighbors' kids were like in
A
Who
pod.
cares about your dumb life?
Pod.
I hate people with kids.
What? I don't like
I
my
love kids.
strawberry.
No, it's good. Just stipple it and
Okay.
it'll blend.
Oh, that's
right in.
awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
The fact that it contrasts because it's big.
Yeah, I was trying to make a big strawberry.
Yeah, that's
It
what you
fell.
got. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too heavy.
That's what I meant. That's what I wanted to do. I'm liking the nib.
It's mine.
Is the is
It's fresh. I
is
just
the
bought it.
rapidograph working okay for you?
Not really. I guess I do have to lick it.
Doing a nib is driving me crazy.
Max's nib is working pretty awesome. You should try it. You wanna try it?
No.
Here, try it.
John, oh man, now we got it.
Well, you have a nib on that.
But yeah, it's different
You just
though.
don't like dipping.
Just, I don't know how you do it. I've drawn whole comics with the nib,
Yeah, I'm gonna say some of the stuff is pretty
Nibby?
but like I don't know, it just becomes, it gets thick. Like
Yeah, it does over time. It like wears down the point.
it's already, I think it's thick now.
Wow, this AC actually had an effect on the heating of this camera.
It stopped heating up.
Yes.
Yeah, it was too hot in here.
But that's so weird because
Why would that be weird?
I don't know.
It's hot days.
Sorry, go on. So we talked about
Do you wanna-
ghosts,
do you wanna-
nibs.
Do you want to take your pen back, Max?
Do you want to use
we
this?
Could, we could rotate all around.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to lick it though.
Oh no, I'll get COVID.
Yeah, I just looked at it, so you might get some.
Who gets COVID anymore anyway?
It's
I don't know. They're hiding the numbers.
so
It's
in
so
there.
real.
2020, 2021.
My customers were talking about like, oh, the numbers are down because they're not reporting the numbers anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
It is
So,
true.
oh, okay.
murders are down because they're not really reporting. My friend just got murdered. No, we talk about him.
Good guy.
Good guy.
Guga? I thought you said Guga.
Good guy.
Guga.
Good guy. Sorry.
Have you ever swallowed an entire laugh?
I just did.
Wow.
Suck it all up.
Dang. How does that taste?
This guy all-
You swallow, you don't even taste it.
Oh yeah, give him a hand.
Oh, it's like oysters.
Who is this? Who is this guy?
He's the defender of the garden.
Did you draw those legs?
No.
Little
Gabrielle did.
Gabrielle did.
I just drew. I didn't even do it.
He just snuck in there.
What are we doing? I want to draw this part.
I want to damage Gabrielle's pen.
No, oh, I was. You should damage my drawing though.
Aggressive.
Just relax.
Take a bullet.
They don't sleep
I
together.
love how I can just take
Wow,
it.
he got shot like that.
His ear
Performance
just
artist.
grows right back. But he did leave. It's not like Teddy.
I mean, he wanted to stay and finish the rest of his stupid racist speech, right?
Just like he gets shot, and then he goes. Anyway, I was talking about
So
like,
anyway,
I was talking about this beautiful.
I want to show you guys this video. Let me show you. Where's my phone?
Beautiful new tile.
Why don't you just draw it?
No, it's so good. Oh, you called me, Gabrielle?
I called you.
Get off.
All right, we're done here.
I just want to show this video.
I'm enjoying
we
myself.
can stop the video.
Who is that? Are they in love?
Wow. That's really moving.
I know. Well, it's a real traditional, I think, song.
Is it Chinese old men singing and stuff?
No, like it's them singing.
It's AI.
It's AI.
It's not them singing though.
It's their voices.
It's their voice samples.
Yeah, if you like listen to it closely, you could.
It does
hear...
sound a little like Biden.
Yeah, it sounds like Biden and it sounds
Okay.
like Trump.
Yeah, no, it definitely did.
Yeah.
I love Trump's voice.
That's amazing
Guess
what
it
AI
also
can do
does.
these days.
Do you think that AI is going to take over indie comics?
No way.
Do you think AI is going to take over mainstream comics?
Sure.
There was controversy that the new Batman had some AI elements.
Oh wow. Do you think that comics could take over gutter comics, like the lowest of the low?
What is
What
that?
is that?
You know what I'm talking
I didn't know you made comics.
What are gutter comics?
about. They're like the gutter punks of comics.
Oh.
No, so you're not afraid of artists losing their jobs and their livelihoods and their homes?
I
and
don't have an artist job. So.
I saw this clip of the OpenAI, some kind of higher up at OpenAI, which is the Chat GPT one.
Yeah, I know that
And
guy.
she was like, it was some woman, and she was like, yeah, maybe like this technology will take away jobs from creative people, but maybe they shouldn't have had those jobs in the first place. I was
Right,
like,
because maybe
"Damn."
they're not that creative, you know what I mean? Maybe my machine could be more creative.
I just think she's like, maybe creativity is just stupid, and
Yeah.
we just focus on like.
Maybe everybody
there's
should be a
gonna
coal
more,
miner.
Maybe there's going to be more sincere work.
Yeah,
Because AI can't really make sincere work.
I'm inclined to think that too.
Yeah.
Like
So Angela, you don't think that your work is sincere?
What?
What do you mean? You think it is,
I'm not
right?
AI.
Oh, I thought I was talking to. Oh, you're the real Angela.
That's me.
Okay, it's so
It's me,
convincing.
Mario.
I don't
You
believe
thought
her anymore.
we were one of those holograms that people
I
have
haven't-
to
you
like.
know what?
They entertain the guests.
These
when you're
days,
not home.
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, they have those that like you can like have like an AI version of yourself to like entertain your guests.
Do you think
No,
so? You can
you're
have it.
lying.
It's like a hologram thing,
No, you're
like
lying.
the Kanye concert.
Oh, the dad.
Well, they do the holograms, yeah.
Yeah, they do that, and then they just pair it with like a voice print.
Do you think that if you had a hologram of yourself, but you hung out with your own self, that you would be good company?
No.
To myself?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Really,
well,
you think
I
that
would-
you could hang out with yourself?
You think I would know it was me? It was like.
No, you know it's you.
Yeah, we both know what's going
You
on.
both know what's going on.
Like,
but would you be
like
able
the
to
other
hang-
guy knows he's a fake version of me, and
Yeah, you both have
his
the same
job
name.
is to entertain me, kind of.
Exactly. Do you think that you would make each other
I think we have
laugh?
a really good time.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
masturbatory.
Yeah, I think he would like. He could like do so many things for me. He could carry my stuff.
You're gonna enslave yourself?
No, he would enjoy it.
Because you have all the power.
Why do I have the power? I
'Cause-
could shut him off.
Yeah, you can shut him off.
Well,
The
he could
other-
kill me.
You're
He
afraid
doesn't
of
have
your
corporeal-
own
he doesn't have
AI?
corporeal
But
form.
you would know, like, are you the sort of person that would kill your clone? Like, that's you.
Right.
Probably.
Right.
Never been put in that situation. so-
Why is
Would you
AI
kill
making
yourself
us think
in
of these things?
self-defense?
If I was coming at myself,
If
yeah,
you were coming at yourself, you would.
I think so.
So if there was a misunderstanding between you and yourself, and
You would
like,
just let yourself kill you
The
because
other
you're like,
one-
oh, it's me.
but like maybe he would think that you were coming after your.
Maybe we would both kill ourselves together.
But-
Like we would hold hands and be like, we're together in this.
Maybe we actually are clones
We can do
of
this.
our original.
How,
I think
how
we'll finally
far,
get it right this time.
How far are we when, like, if we had to kill our own AI, that we would actually have to have a funeral?
A funeral of our own clone, you mean?
Yeah.
I might imagine that we would have emotional closeness with
I mean,
AI.
we do with cats, and they're not in.
There's that
they're like
Google
BI.
engineer who was in the
Yeah.
news. He's like,
It's
AI is here and I'm in love
cat
with it.
eye. That's my new.
Old people like marry.
What did you say about the Google guy?
He like fell. He's like, I know this. This is actual intelligence because I'm in love
Wow.
Oh, wow.
with this AI.
This was that guy
Is this
that was.
ChatGPT?
No, her.
No, he was a Google guy.
HER.
Oh, her the movie. Yeah.
It was like her kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just chat. It was just text chat.
What?
It was just text chatting.
So what were they chatting about?
Was it the guy that got fired?
Yeah, he got fired because Google's like, all right.
Was he? He was probably crazy, right?
He's probably very lonely. Yeah.
So you're saying that he was sincere?
I think he maybe didn't have a great grasp on human relations, and he's like, yeah, that's close enough.
We're so
He's
lonely.
a human.
I'm so lonely.
I hear there's an epidemic of loneliness.
That's what they say. But now there's pickleball.
Pickleball just solved it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played?
No, I haven't. I played in gym class when I was in high school.
Oh, it was around then.
Yeah, it's like a sport for like old people because like tennis is too hard on their joints.
That's cool.
So you can just like do it. You can like set up 8 pickleball courses in a gymnasium because it's smaller.
So this sport for oldies is now is a sport for like annoying bro yuppie Park Slopey West Village-y
Got
folks. That's fine.
Yeah. They're kind of, I mean,
Things change.
the retirement community is kind of coming to the whole world.
We're really.
Trickle down effect.
So all the Zoomers are now like doing like retirement things.
Yeah. And golf is like, they can't do golf, it's too expensive.
Playing bingo.
They play bingo.
Bingo's big with the teens.
That's also very anti-internet, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like making zines is anti-internet, right?
Sell them online.
Until you like sell your zines on the internet.
Some people learn how to make zines through the internet.
That's
Like,
true.
they don't know about zines until the internet.
Some people are like, what's a zine? And then they Google it and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like a magazine except half the size.
Yeah, without all the Trump stuff.
And no price tag. Well, you can't find it.
Oh wait, what even is a magazine?
It's with MAGA.
Oh, magazine. They should have. You should pitch that to them. Hey guys, magazine. Okay, here's $1 billion. They're so dumb. They just do it.
Zine makers.
Trump.
The Trump zine.
Oh, the Trump. Yeah, it's pretty bad this year.
Do you think that Trump or Biden would make a better zine?
I think Trump.
I think Trump would make
that.
that.
I think Trump has opinions that are really out there.
You would have like opera reviews.
Opera reviews.
I don't think that he enjoys any art, which is really sad.
I think
He loves.
actually,
he loves musicals.
I think
He
he,
does.
loves
Yeah,
art.
I don't know that.
I think he loves art. I actually don't know if Biden appreciates any art.
Well, his son is an artist of sorts.
He is.
With the crack pipe.